Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to wash your makeup brushes, and it's really simple and easy. So first, obviously we have our brushes. I have a towel that I like to lay down, and I have a little roll in it so that way when I put the brushes to dry, the water will roll down. Then I have this little cool thing from Real Techniques. It has little grooves in it so I can scrub it. And then to wash it, I just have a mix of like Dawn dish soap, and then a little bit of olive oil, which will keep the brush hairs nice and soft. I just mix all that together, and then I'll show you how we mix it. Okay, so this is nice because it has a little thing you can put your hand in it to hold it, or you can just put it on the bottom of the sink, whatever's easier. And just make sure your water is not too hot, but just a little bit warm. And then swirl it around in that soap mixture, get a little water in there. And just swirl, swirl, swirl. And go back and forth, circles. Now this is a natural hair brush, not synthetic, which means it's made out of animal hair. So they tend to stain, especially if you're using like oranges or pinks or anything like that. So it will still have a little bit of color on it after, but it is clean. And then just kind of pinch it a little bit. Make sure you're not getting this part wet very much because that's where the glue is to hold the hairs in. Just kind of run it down. Squeeze that out. Make sure all the soap out. And then I kind of like swirl it on my towel softly. You can kind of shape the hairs so they're coming down. And then I just lay it down like that so that way the water will run out of the hairs like that. Okay, so I'm just going to do the next brushes. And then I have a brush like this. This is a synthetic hair brush, so it's just basically fake hairs. Basically when the soap starts turning white again, not that brown, then you know it's on its way to getting clean. And then just make sure when you're rinsing it out that each time you kind of pinch it like that, it's running clear. Because if you have soap still stuck in there, then it's gonna get all crunchy later. And this is yucky, but that's what that looks like when you don't wash it forever like me. It gets all yucky and sticking to the hairs, and that is so much bacteria and everything in there that you want to get all that scrubbed out so you're not putting bacteria on your face when you do your makeup. And then don't forget your sponges. So mine is pretty bad. Probably need to buy a new one. Basically, I'm just going to take whatever is left in there, and I'm just going to drop them in and let it kind of soak up with the soap and squeeze it a few times. You can see all the nasty. So I just let it hang out in there for a bit, kind of soak up the soap, pinch it in a few times. And let it sit in there, and then I'll rinse it out with water and keep squeezing it until it comes clear. So it's still a little stained, but it's at least a lot nicer looking. Okay, so now we're all finished. And these are just all my makeup brushes that I usually use on a daily basis. But I love this thing. It's from Real Techniques. They also make makeup brushes like this one. But I love that. It's way easier than trying to use your hand to swirl the brushes on to get them clean. It really helps rough them up a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll just lay them here like this. And usually I'll do it at nighttime. And then that way they'll be dry by morning. I usually try to like flip them if I can after it's been a little while. So that way they can make sure they get all dry. And then by morning they should be able to take their shape once they're dry. Okay, and then I like to clean them, well, I should be cleaning them once a week, but I clean them at least once a month to keep them nice and clean and keep your face from getting breakouts. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Go clean your brushes.